So with so much attention on the Red River rivalry and Alabama taking on Texas A&M this weekend, there are several different games around college football that personally I think are flying under the radar. One such game occurs in the ACC where Miami is taking on UNC in a game that I think is big for each program. Today, we're going to talk about the keys to victory for both teams as well as break down why this game is particularly big for Josh Gattis and the Miami offense. Before we can, as always, y'all know the drill. I have got to hear from you. Hop down to the comments, give me a Y for yes or an N for no. Do you believe that Miami can exit this game Saturday with a big win? And let me know what you're thinking. If you are new to the channel, be sure to subscribe. Hit that bell notification as I do constant college football content. You don't want to miss any of it, and if you enjoyed this content, be sure to like and comment down below, as those interactions may seem small, but they really are massive for content creators such as myself. But having said all that, let's jump right into this. And first and foremost, why is this game intriguing to me? Well, on one side of the aisle, you have North Carolina, and to be completely transparent, ever since Mac Brown took that job, they've been an intriguing team within college football to me, because they always seem to be a few steps away from getting something done. Fast forward to now, and they have another very talented young quarterback, and I'm intrigued to see how he's going to continue to develop. On the other side of the aisle, you have Miami, who came into this year with so much momentum on their favor, but have dropped 2 games, and especially the game against Middle Tennessee State University was shocking. Now we're looking at the Miami Hurricanes, wondering how they can rebound and wondering if Mario Cristobal can remain perfect coming out of bye weeks. So let's talk about the matchups in this game, and we're going to start with North Carolina's offense taking on Miami's defense. And if you're Miami's defense, you must remain disciplined at every single level. And I know that sounds basic, but it is so true when you're playing a team such as North Carolina. Because Drake Maye may be young, but he has been very effective this year, and it's not relegated just to the passing game. He's been dangerous utilizing his legs to hurt a defense, and that's something Miami is going to have to be cognizant of. Because of that, your defensive front has to maintain gap integrity. Your linebackers have got to keep their eyes where they need to be and not get over aggressive, and your secondary has got to remain disciplined, because MTSU is able to rattle off big play after big play after big play. And when we look at North Carolina's offense, Drake Maye is a very capable quarterback, but they have a lot in terms of wide receiver talent that can take the top off of a defense. So if you're Miami, you can't let them rattle off major plays, because that's just going to give them all the momentum, and you might be in for a long day because of the way this offense is and because of how good Drake Maye is. Now, if you are Miami's defense, what do you need to do to slow down this North Carolina offense? First and foremost, you've got to get to the quarterback. You've got to take him off his spot, and you cannot let him get comfortable. If North Carolina's offense gets into a rhythm and their wide receivers start breaking open, it might be very tough to stop this North Carolina Tar Heel team. That's why, if you're Miami, you need to keep everything in front of you. Make sure you don't get beat deep, and try and get to the quarterback and take him off his spot as quickly as you can. But let's flip this. Let's talk about North Carolina's defense against Miami's offense. And in the intro, I talked about why this game is particularly large for Josh Gattis and the Miami Hurricanes offense, and the reason is quite simple. Because up to this point, that's been an area where I think people are asking the most questions. Last year, Tyler Van Dyke looked like he was poised for a major ascension within college football during the course of this season. However, we have just not seen that, and in fact, there are some people saying Tyler Van Dyke looks like he's regressed. Now, I'm not here to say any of that. What we are going to say, though, is he does not look like the quarterback we saw a year ago. A lot of eyes, a lot of questions have now turned to Josh Gattis, and wondering, will this offense be able to get it right? Because it's a little bit shocking to see a quarterback go from one that was playing with such a level of proficiency last year to one that is struggling to such a heavy degree this year. One of the only things that's changed, aside from some consistency at wide receiver, is the coaching staff and the offensive coordinator. So a lot of questions are being asked about Josh Gattis and this Miami offense. Luckily for Gattis and the Miami offense, you get some guys back from injury in Parrish and Jalen Knighton who were practicing this week, so that looks to be positive. But also, North Carolina's defense has been allowing a lot of offense to be piled up on them. In fact, quarterbacks are having huge days against this North Carolina defense. If you're Miami's offense, you've got to find a spark this week. And there's some talk of, will it be Tyler Van Dyke? Will it be Jake Garcia? Personally, I think it's going to be Tyler Van Dyke because the question isn't whether or not he's a capable quarterback. We got that answer last year. We know he's a capable quarterback. The question is how can Josh Gattis make an offense work for Tyler Van Dyke? That's what I'm interested in seeing, because capability is not in the question for Tyler Van Dyke. If he was a true freshman, we can have a different conversation, but we've already seen it. The proof is in the pudding. We know what he can do. So switching quarterbacks, I don't know, will solve your problems, but it is going to be something we have to watch. At the end of the day, this is a huge opportunity for Josh Gattis and this Miami offense because North Carolina has given up so much offense to opposing teams. And when we look at how Miami can actually go about utilizing their game plan and going about attacking this North Carolina defense, look no further than the tight end position. Look, if you're having a hard time getting your passing game going, getting the ball to the running backs quickly out the backfield, and a good tight end can be a quarterback's best friend to start manufacturing simple offense to get momentum on your side. The one thing we've seen really hurt North Carolina has been good tight end play. Miami has Will Mallory, who looks like an NFL tight end, and if they can get him going in this game, you have to like their chances of controlling some momentum and possibly coming out of this game with the victory. Look, the one thing we need to understand is that North Carolina is in a position where they have a young quarterback and their offense is humming. Miami's in a position where everything seems out of sorts right now, but there is a phenomenal opportunity in front of them. The talent is there. We know what capabilities Tyler Van Dyke has. We just need to see it happen in this offense. But because of that, I think a lot of eyes, a lot of questions are being forced to Josh Gattis right now, and that is why I think people need to watch this game, because Josh Gattis and the Miami offense need to find a spark against this North Carolina defense. Hop down to the comments. I can't wait to hear from all of you. Do you believe Miami exits this game with the victory? And let me know what you're thinking. That's it. See ya.